to Mayhem Mania, and the last stop is here in Melton for SLAMBOREE. Hello wrestling fans, Matty Huss here at ringside alongside Zali Gold and Shane Hero. And Shane, tonight, Sketch finally gets his hands on the physicals and Nate Hunter, but he's not coming alone.
Right, Matty, and who better to be coming you here tonight with than the J-Stick, JXT and Country Chaos Kayno.
And Zali, in the match for the Tag Team Championships tonight, a fresh team face a mountainous challenge.
Absolutely, the very big man, Cousin Ali, and of course Pumpin Paul Fury. That's a mountain that's bigger than Kosciuszko.
Everything that happens tonight paves the way to Mayhem Mania. Mitch Waterman is in action. We will hear from the Relentless Rumble winner Isaiah. And tonight, bad blood is flowing with a massive grudge match following the astonishing actions at Bad to the Bone.
Shotgun Matt Farro, what you and Mitch Waterman did at Bad to the Bone was despicable.
I mean, it was a battle royal, you know. Alliances happen. Okay,
well, you and your little alliance with Mitch Waterman cost Anth Cava and Musketeer the match. Don't you think you owe them an apology?
I mean, I don't really understand what the big deal is. As far as I'm concerned, it's all water under the fridge.
Water under the fridge?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Why don't you take your glasses off and apologise?
I'll say sorry, but I'm not taking off my glasses. I am sorry. I'm sorry that I didn't do it sooner. If you or anyone else wants to cry about it, you come find me this Friday, SLAMBOREE. I put the Musketeer down. Because I guarantee you, a shotgun beats a musket every single time.
Stars and all the Mayhem Pro, Zali Gold. Shotgun Matt Farro has been making a name for himself, but he's got quite the challenge this evening.
Very much has. He might have a shotgun, but we've got someone whose weapons go all the way back across the centuries, Matty.
This is one man I would not want to be facing mere weeks away from a massive grudge match at Mayhem Mania. At Mayhem Mania, we will be seeing the Musketeer take on Mitch Waterman. I tell you what, Zali, I wouldn't want to be Matt Farro this evening.
Well, yes, there could be all sorts of shenanigans, and well, I did see Mitch Waterman lurking around the building somewhere, and I think the Musketeer will have to have the eyes in the back of his hat.
Waterman in action later tonight, taking on Matty Hain. That one-on-one match coming up later tonight. But right now, you've got to wonder, is the Musketeer going to be envisaging maybe a bit of Mitch Waterman in the young upstart shotgun Matt Farro?
Well, yeah, the Musketeer will very much have things on his mind, and he better get them off his mind because, as you say, Matt Farro rising fast. He works hard around the Victorian scene. He's a good in-ring performer, and I think he is going to give the Musketeer a severe test.
You'd be hard-pressed to find a talent who has been on such a rapid rise, as is shotgun Matt Farro, Shane Hero. Not only is he proficient with his fists on the mat, he can fly as well as anyone as well.
You're right, he's a really good all-rounder, and he is going to be very tough competition for the Musketeer here tonight.
Certainly not endearing himself to the crowd, and certainly not endearing himself to the leader of the Musketeer army. Oh, a shove to the face. That is not what you want to do to the Musketeer, because look out, there's the glove slap.
It's a duel, and the duel is underway.
Ramming him to the corner is shotgun Matt Farro, quickly taking early tempo in this match. He didn't seem to be overly phased mentally by the glove slap. I know I certainly would be if I copped a shot like that to start with. But Musketeer has got a few years of experience on the young rookie, so it'll be interesting to see how this dynamic plays out.
Well, that's the thing. I must say I would be copping it mentally and physically. Those gloves aren't exactly lightweight. But as you say, an interesting combination. Shotgun is going to have to, fire out of the bullets and move fast. Musketeer, though, using, of course, his power and height. This should be a great contrast.
At face value, Shane Hero, very different competitors. The Musketeer, a few centimetres on shotgun Matt Farro. Matt Farro, a few extra kegs, but a lot of similarities as we get a wicked chop in the corner. Matt Farro known for his shotgun lariat, and the Musketeer known for his discus lariat. So some similar moves for each other to be scouting.
That's right, and look, we're finally seeing Farro getting some offense in, and I can see this one going back and forth throughout the match.
Oh, and drops him with the atomic drop. The Musketeer sees in control, goes for a second, and into a slam, a suplex to take him down. The Musketeer large and in charge right now, Zali Gold.
Absolutely, the Musketeer has said enough of the shenanigans. He wants to get this one moving, and you can hear him mustering up that volunteer army who are just so much behind him, but his plans have come to a thithering halt.
Matt Farro saw that one coming, the big European uppercut, rocking the Musketeer and looking for a clothesline over, but Musketeer sends Farro over the top rope, who barely manages to hang on, and now jacking the Musketeer. Matt Farro seizing control back straight away into an inverted neck break position here. Oh, goodness! Middle rope leverage for the neck breaks to the outside. Shane Hero, that is going to tear the Musketeer in half.
Oh, it will. Look, the neck does not bend in that direction. That's going to definitely put a bit of a dampener on the plans for the Musketeer, because when your neck is injured like that, everything gets a lot harder.
We talk about everything happening tonight having consequence for Mayhem Mania coming up in mere weeks, Zali Gold. You got to think that the Musketeer doesn't want to take too much of a beating tonight, because he wants to be in tip-top form for his grudge match against Mitch Waterman.
Well, he doesn't want to take too much of a beating, but he also wants to get the W, because he wants to get that confidence, sky high, and be ready to go in at 150% against Mitch Waterman. So he wants to make sure he comes out on top.
He wants to get this match over quickly, but Shane Hero, the longer this match goes, who do you see it favouring more?
I think that totally depends on the headspace of the Musketeer. He cannot afford to be looking past Farro tonight. Farro himself is an extremely capable competitor. And of course, Waterman will be a huge challenge for the Musketeer, but he cannot look past Shotgun right now.
He's heading up to the top rope. We don't see the Musketeer head to the top rope too often. And Matt Farro scouted that one, saw it coming, sends him crotching into the top turnbuckle. And look out, are we going to see those running high knees? He's lining up for it. Here comes shotgun Matt Farro. Oh, right into the back, into the spine of the Musketeer. Hooks the leg. Musketeer digging deep, somehow manages to kick out.
Well, let's say both sides of the lower abdomen copped it first on the buckles, and then with that, lining up that shotgun. How Musketeer is still in this match is beyond me, but he must be tapping into that volunteer army, guys.
Locking in the headlock, looking to slow down the tempo now. Sound strategy from Matt Farro, targeting the lower back and organs of the Musketeer. He can't hit that Lady to Windsor belly-to-belly suplex if his core is taken out from under him, Shane.
That's right. This is a Shotgun showing just what a great ring mindset he has. Whoa.
Jawbreaker there from the Musketeer. Missed clothesline by Matt Farro. Missed clothesline once again. Musketeer. Back elbow, and Matt Farro is now the one who is down. Shoulder tackle by the Musketeer. He's feeding on this crowd. He's spinning elbow. He's back in it, Zali.
He is, and he's gone back to his strength. He's using his height, his core, and the bulk. That's sensible work from Musketeer. Just get back to basics. Good work.
Once again, heading up to the high rent district. What are we going to see here from the silver swashbuckler, the leader of the volunteer army? Matt Farro barely getting to his feet. And here comes the Musketeer. Flying crossbody. Hooks the leg. Musketeer. Only gets a 2 count. Matt Farro kicking out on pure instinct, Shane Hero.
Well, look, that's going to be disappointing for the Musketeer. I think he thought that was over right there. But as I say, you cannot underestimate Matt Farro.
We're seeing some offense that we might not normally spot as the Musketeer looking to line up for the discus lariat. Here it comes. Farro saw it coming, ducks, and goes for the shotgun lariat.
Wow, a shotgun lariat. He wants to finish this off. This might not be the psychological booster prior to Mayhem Mania that the Musketeer wanted.
He's taking his time, though, before inflicting anything further on the Musketeer. Are we going to see the Screamer? No, we're not. Musketeer sends him over with a back body drop, lights him up. Here's the discus lariat, the OG from the Musketeer. The Mayhem Maniacs firmly in the corner of the Musketeer. And there it is, the Lady de Winter, belly-to-belly suplex, hooks the leg, it's elementary. The Musketeer getting that confidence-boosting victory that you said he needed to get, Zarly Gold. After that hard-hitting contest, how do you see the Musketeer now facing up to Mayhem Mania and one-on-one with Mitch Waterman?
I think hang on a second. I think that Musketeer will be in the right psychological state. Matty Farro gave him a very solid test, but in the end, the Musketeer came out on top after a good battle. That's going to put him in the right physical and mental state to go up against the veteran, whether we like him or not. Mitch Waterman is very experienced, just right. Let's get it back up to Shane, Matty.
Straight from the well, here's the most sadistic bastard in all of Mayhem Pro. The Calamity, MJ Russo is here for one-on-one action.
Absolutely calamitous, that is him. And, sadistic, you just, 100% on the button, Matty.
His attitude stinks, he is ruthless, but he has been very successful here in Mayhem Pro. But MJ Russo has got a hard contest ahead of him, both literally and figuratively. Wait till you see his opponent. He's the rocker with the hardest head in the game. You don't want to be on the end of a headbutt from this man, the Black Hole Sun, TJ Wylde.
Wild he is, and here's another one who's rising up the ranks here in the wrestling scene in Victoria and Australia, and he's ready to go wild, and he's going to need every bit of that wild against the sadistic MJ Russo.
It was back in May in Colac that we saw TJ Wylde take it to the leader of the cycle, Jab, and we saw firsthand there just the impact that that hard sconce of the Black Hole Sun can have. MJ Russo, no doubt, he is cerebral. He will have scouted TJ Wylde well and truly. This is going to make for a fascinating contest as they lock up in the center of the ring. Shane hero TJ Wylde brings all the energy. How do you feel it's going to hold him tonight against the Calamity, MJ Russo?
Well, Russo, we know, is absolutely merciless in that ring. So he's going to have to be very cautious, but as I say, that energy of TJ Wylde is unparalleled.
Sending TJ Wylde to the mat here first. MJ Russo, though, copying it from the goatee. TJ Wylde, some innovative offense.
Well, hair is hair, no matter where. And MJ Russo just found that out.
TJ Wylde sending Russo into the ropes, going for a hip toss, but reversal by MJ Russo. tempted into a sleeper sort of move there and into the corner. Big back forearm there from TJ Wylde, who goes off the ropes, kick to the spine. TJ Wylde's on a tear. There's the senton. This could be over very quickly, Shane Hero.
That's it. It's that energy that Wylde brings to a match that if he can get on a roll, it's very hard to derail.
Well, MJ Russo making sure TJ Wylde doesn't get on that roll, taking a powder on the outside, but look out, that's a dangerous place to be because MJ Wylde might have some clever ideas of his own.
Well, that's the thing. It did break the momentum, but there's a but. And look, there it is. Russo grabbing him Wylde by the foot, and the tide has turned, gentlemen.
MJ Russo, he's only young, but he's very much a veteran of this business in mind and in ring experience. He's looking to make 2026 a year where he finally gets some singles gold around his waist in Mayhem Pro. And someone on the rise like TJ Wylde will prove to be a valuable scalp for MJ Russo as he hangs him over the middle rope.
You might not like MJ Russo, but he ducks and jives, so to speak, or shucks and jives, call it what you will, and it could just give him early a victory there, Matty. This is the thing. He's cunning and conniving in his way.
The crowd firmly behind the Black Hole Sun here in Melton. We're coming to you from home base, the Relentless Gym here in Melton for SLAMBOREE, and we are on the road to Mayhem Mania. And who knows what a victory for either of these competitors would do for their chances heading into hopefully a big match at Mayhem Mania. Shane Hero.
That's it. There are some huge opportunities coming up at Mayhem Mania, and a victory here tonight puts someone in contendership to be very well positioned in the granddaddy of them all, Mayhem Mania.
A massive drop kick from MJ Russo to a prone. TJ Wylde in the corner. Lateral press, no leg hook from MJ Russo. TJ Wylde able to kick out there, but he is feeling the effects of that drop kick, Zali. Look at him.
Well, absolutely. He is stunned. He is still down on the canvas, and I'm not going to call MJ Russo a massive drop kick. He just delivers one.
And delivers it very well, but the crowd firmly behind TJ Wylde. MJ Russo going for a clutch hold, but TJ Wylde reversing it, ramming him to the corner. Some desperation elbows there as he valiantly tries to regain control, but a massive forearm. MJ Russo is well and truly in charge.
He is in charge, but I noticed one thing here, and that is TJ Wylde, as well as having a very hard head, he seems to be working out. He seems to be in the best shape I have seen him in his career, and that will stand him in good stead against the diverse offense of MJ Russo.
We've seen TJ Wylde primarily in tag team action over the last 12 months here in Mayhem Pro as one half of the Wild Stallions, but since seizing more opportunities to get some notoriety in singles action, you're right, Zali Gold, he's been putting the hard yards in at the gym, and it is coming into good stead in these matches, although it doesn't look it right now. The veteran MJ Russo hooks the leg, TJ Wylde kicking out at 2, but you can just tell that he is absolutely drained, and he's even clutching his throat there, Shane Hero.
That's it. I mean, early on we saw such a flurry of offense from Wylde, so having him just ground to a halt because of Russo, it's going to be very hard for him to get that momentum once again.
The risk that MJ Russo runs, of course, Zali Gold, is that if the crowd can get in his head, he can lose his focus, and that's where he makes mistakes, like we've just seen, taking too long before going for the flying kick. And oh, there's that big headbutt, that hard sconce, Zali Gold, from TJ Wylde.
Absolutely. MJ Russo bombed on the senton, and TJ Wylde literally using his head, and a big clothesline as well, Matty.
Back elbow taking down MJ Russo with a head of steam and chops. Here comes MJ Wylde. Spinning forearm. The Black Hole Sun is drawing on every bit of energy he can for the crowd. The rock and roller looking to finish this off.
He wants to finish it on the right note, and a suplex could just be the note he wants. He's got, Russo slips out the back door.
That was the crowd killer that TJ Wylde was going for. MJ Russo trying to lock in a sleeper hold to slow down the pace of this match. Roll through, MJ Wylde. MJ Russo loses to TJ Wylde.
Well, definitely a case of the crowd's gone wild. as they would after a hard-fought battle. MJ Russo is absolutely livid and having putting his hands on referee Langers there.
He might get a fine from Mayhem Pro management for physically touching the referee, but MJ Russo is beside himself here. TJ Wylde snatching victory from the claws of the feet there, and that young star, look out for what's going to come for him later in the year, but MJ Russo is absolutely losing it.
Well, absolutely. If he spat his dummy from Melton all the way down to the CBD, he is absolutely, wow, zero self-control, minus 100 even, Matty.
I'd be a bit concerned if I was Shane Hero. I'd be keeping a wide berth as MJ Russo storms back to the locker room. A year in the making in Rockbank in 2025 that we first saw this man, Jab, interact with Edward Dusk. A match 1 year in the making. Oh, and it's breaking down right now. Edward Dusk and Jab exchanging clubbing blows against each other. Realizing it's going to take sheer violence to get on top in this match. Tombstone pile driver on the apron of the ring, and Edward Dusk is motionless at ringside. Edward Dusk can barely get back to his feet. Referee Sam Addison at 9, and at 9.5, Edward Dusk manages desperation to get back into the ring. A defiant Edward Dusk rejecting the invitation once more from Jab, but up into an Uber driver position, and Jab drops Edward Dusk with the Uber driver. Lateral press goes to the cover. Dusk kicks out at 2. Wait a minute. Isaiah, a member of the Cycle at ringside. Oh, just enough time to distract Edward Dusk. Being held by Isaiah. Here comes Jab. A Claymore style kick to a completely helpless Edward Dusk. Falls to the floor. Jab directing traffic, telling his disciple Isaiah to send Edward Dusk into the ring. Oh my goodness. A knockout blow. Wondrous way, spinning heel kick. Jab rolls Edward Dusk over. And that's it. No, don't do it, Jab. A moment of hesitation.
I extend one last gesture of forgiveness. You know what you have to do. Join the Cycle. The Holy Contest is for the Mayhem Pro Tag Team Championships.
We're going to see the Fury Driver. Successful title defense. Cousin Ali, Pumpin Ball get their victory over the Cycle.
Isaiah, I think there's an elephant in the room that it's time we address. Your mind, it's been wandering. I don't like when people's mind wander. I've noticed the way people have been talking to you. The way JXT, the way Edward Dusk, the way they've been trying to appeal to you. And you've been listening, haven't you? What is it that they've been trying to call you that they think is living in there? This Mitch Connors they believe exists within you. You need to remember, quick smart kid, that there is no more Mitch Connors anymore. He died 2 years ago. It's about time that Isaiah underwent a repurification. How much there is nobody for you but me. No one's really here for you. No one really cares about you. But your rightful place is in the Cycle, and it is time we washed away these wandering thoughts. Oh, and by the way, that name championship shot that you won at the Relentless Rumble? Yeah. I'm so glad you won the Relentless Rumble because in August, at the Bacchus Marsh public hall, whatever your plans were of cashing in that internet championship shot, at Mayhem Mania, it won't be Isaiah challenging for the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship. It'll be me.
You can feel the mood shift, the temperature change whenever you hear that music rattle through the speakers of the Relentless gym. The leader of the cycle who feels this is the third coming of the cycle. This is Jab.
Well, with great respect to Shane, Jab is Shane's guest. I have to say selfishly, at least Jab won't be coming down here, Matty.
And wherever Jab goes, so do the cycle. Although, wow, a bit of an about face here. Jab sending Ezekiel and Isaiah back to the locker room. Jab wants the floor to himself, which, dare we say, Zali Gold, isn't actually that big of a surprise.
Not really, but the cycle are just not 100% together in the proverbial sense of the jigsaw puzzle. They are absolutely, it just seems like there's a lot of dissension in the cycle and it's breaking down.
This is the first time in many years that we have seen Jab seemingly not in full control of his universe as he reaches out for the microphone. Shane Hero wisely taking a powder. Well, let's hear what Jab has to say.
There's only one man that I want to share this ring with right now. He's had plenty of time to make a decision. Edward Dusk. I'd like you to come out to this ring right now.
Jab calling out the Paragon. It was all the way back in Rockbank that we saw the first interaction between these two enigmatic superstars of Australian wrestling. Since then, Jab has been on a failing mission to try and recruit the Paragon, the Eternal Edward Dusk, into the cycle, and haven't the mind games been going strong?
They have been, and as you say, nearly a year now. Just seems to be going, I just don't quite understand this obsession that Jab has with Dusky. What's it about? You know, no means no, let it go, but he persists and persists and insists. Let's see if we can maybe get to the bottom of it in this exchange, Matty.
Neither man has ever come across their cerebral equal here in Mayhem Pro until now. This is an explosive situation.
Edward, it's time for us to stop this game, okay? It's time for you to stop pretending that you're in control. You were never in control, okay? You thought you could come out here and you could save Isaiah and be his fairy godfather or whatever you thought you could be, and what happened? He's more loyal to me now than he has ever been.
Are you sure?
You thought you could fight me, you wanted to come out here, you wanted to show everybody that you could slay the big bad dragon, and what happened? You lost and I nearly ended your life, Edward. It's over. I won. It's settled. I'm the better man. Everybody here already knew that. Now you know that. But there's still good news for you, Edward, because beneath that colossal failure of yours, you now have one last chance to join the cycle. Picture this, really picture this. They thought we were dangerous before. Man, imagine us together. Ain't nobody in Mayhem that could touch us. There is a golden road paved right in front of you, and all you got to do, Edward, is follow me down it. Edward, this is your last chance to make the right decision. What do you say?
I have been thinking a lot since you had me in this ring and had every opportunity to pull the trigger and probably end my career. And I've been thinking about what you've been saying. I've been doing this for almost 9 years, and since the very beginning, I have been doing it alone. I didn't have an academy, I didn't have friends. It was just me trying to do what I'd always wanted to do ever since I was a kid. And I'm tired of doing it alone. When you had me down, I realized something. If I can't protect myself, I can't protect my family. And if I can't protect them, then what am I doing? But when I needed someone, there was no one. When you needed someone, you had the cycle. So I have thought long, I have thought hard, and you're starting to make a lot of sense.
The crowd cannot believe this. We can't believe this. Jab can't believe it, but he's happy.
Yeah. I will join.
Surely not. Oh my God!
I don't believe it. The hug, the embrace.
I never thought I would ever see this sight. And neither could the Mayhem Maniacs here in Melton. What are we witnessing?
They're in stunned silence, Matty. I don't know how you and I are even saying anything.
Edward Dusk dropping to one knee, a ritual we've seen so many times over the years.
Just no.
Do you pray to? Not you, you dumb bitch.
Spear from Edward Dusk and lays into Jab. It was a ruse all along, and Jab fell for the trap.
This is the difference between you and me, Jab. When you had the chance to get the job done, you bitched out. But me, I'm gonna pull the trigger.
You really will fall for anything that strokes your stupid ego, won't you? You know what? Run away. Run away with your little child, that's fine. Because you've got about 3 weeks to understand one simple thing. At Mayhem Mania 3, I'm gonna eat you alive.
Matty Hain versus Mitch Waterman, the match of my young career. 2 guys, the best athletes in the country. One big difference between you, Mitch, and I ain't calling you sir. It's that adversity makes me stronger. You see, it bad to the bone, MJ Russo ripped my shoulder to pieces and I taped it up and I finished the match and I won. And what can you say, Mitch? You needed your old pal George Julio to help you win a battle royal. What happened to the real Mitch? Because I think George Julio got in your head. Your mentor didn't teach you how to fight, and that's the difference. Mine did. My papa, he finished wrestling before you ever got in a ring, George. And Mitch, let me tell you this, he taught me one thing in our short time together. He taught me to fight to the end. I want the old Mitch Waterman. Bring me the Mitch that I was told about. Bring me the Mitch Waterman that was MCW champion and supposed to make it in Ring of Honor. Bring me that Mitch Waterman, because the size of my life is determined by the discomfort I am willing to embrace. Bring your best, Mitch, because you have a challenge on your hand, and it's Matty Hain.
The following tag team match is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Mayhem Pro Tag Team Championships. Your referee this match, Sam Anderson.
It was at Colac Carnage that we saw the big return of the Gutter God, Killian Bates. And he has injected himself right back into the fray in Mayhem Pro. And he's bringing Pete Carter along for the ride with him. A fantastic showing in the Bad to the Bone Battle Royale by the up-and-comer Pete Carter. But tonight he has his first championship opportunity here in Mayhem Pro. The Gutter God, Pete Carter, on deck for a tag team championship match. These two have been working hard in the Relentless gym in anticipation of this opportunity, but they've got a massive mountain to climb, both figuratively and literally. How's the reception for Pumpin, Paul Fury and Big Cuz? One of the most popular tag teams getting around Mayhem Pro without a comes out, and what a tear these two have been on since winning the gold right here in the Relentless gym. The veteran Cousin Ali taking Pumpin Paul Fury under his wing, and they've had nothing but success since winning those belts. £610 between the two of them. Hopefully we've got the Mayhem Pro ring reinforced tonight. A massive, massive team. And what a massive match this is. It's going to be interesting to see the complementary styles of Pete Carter and Killian Bates. But they've got a massive obstacle to overcome. £610. Unbelievable. As referee Sam Addison hands over the belts, we're about ready to kick off this massive tag team championship match. And there's the bell. Big Cuz stomping center of the ring. The Gutter God Killian Bates on the other side. Quite a mismatch in terms of size here, but Shane Hero, you can't underestimate the speed and prowess of Killian Bates and Pete Carter in spite of the giant weight disadvantage they have against the champions.
Well, that's right. And look, when it comes to interesting tactics, if we've seen on social media throughout the week, the techniques, shall we say, that the Gutter God has been teaching Carter are quite interesting. But certainly, look, that size and strength difference, when I was standing there in the ring, it is impressive to see this mountain of a tag team championship duo in Cousin Ali and Pumpin Paul Fury.
What did you say the combined weight was again, Shane Hero?
It is 610 pounds to the 340 pounds of Carter and Bates.
Sally, that is a literal mountain to climb for the young duo of Pete Carter and Killian Bates. What on earth can they do to overcome this and secure a tag team title victory?
They're just going to have to keep moving and grooving, so to speak, Matty. Keep it fast, keep it furious, and just sort of try and catch the big man off guard and slip through.
Speaking of moving and grooving, I thought we were going to see maybe a dive from Big Cuz there. I don't think the floor is reinforced enough here at the Relentless gym for that. Look at the strength of Big Cuz, just manhandling Pete Carter.
I think the Richter scale measure would have gone off somewhere, but there, oh, wow, that power with that slow tumbling, that slow suplex. Wow, that is impressive, and now it's the big man. He's pumping hard, Matty.
One of the most popular stars in all of Mayhem Pro, Pumpin Paul Fury, famous for his Fury driver and his massive spear. He has been on a tear with Cousin Ali since winning the tag team gold a few months ago. Shane Hero, do you see a long reign in the future for the champions, or do we see maybe an upset?
Well, to be honest, I absolutely see a very long reign for Fury and Ali. I mean, they are a great team that complement each other extremely well. It has to be said, look, I think when you look at Cousin Ali, it looks like he's been working out alongside Pumpin Paul Fury. Look, their physiques are looking very impressive these days. The movesets from both men are power moves and nothing but power moves.
Looked like we might have been about to see the Fury driver, but Pete Carter managing to slide out the back door and chop blocking the knee, and here comes the Gutter God, who we saw re-emerge back in Colac. We saw that firsthand, Shane Hero. Quite an impressive outing from Killian Bates, who's looking to reaffirm himself in the locker room.
That's right, and he's so far been pretty impressive. Despite not picking up the victory in Colac, he's shown a, look, he's a dirtbag, let's be honest. But he seems to be the people's dirtbag. The people really do appreciate him.
I think he's become our dirtbag, perhaps, Sally Gold.
Well, I think so. He is the god of the gutter, so to speak. And the thing is, he's someone who continually works at his craft. He's not exactly short of physique either in his way. Of course, he's not as big as his opponents, but he pound for pound just in there. And Slippery Pete, it's hard to think he's got matches that, number of matches on less than the fingers, almost on one hand. But look at him, he's about to fly, Matty.
Top rope, Pete Carter, what are we about to see? Massive splash right on top of Pumpin Paul Fury. My goodness, look at the strength of the big man, lifting him up.
I cannot remember when I have seen someone not kick out, just lift the person off.
Oh, but the impacts of the earlier offense against him coming back to haunt Pumpin Paul Fury in a massive drop kick. Look at the speed and the impact that Pete Carter had on that drop kick. Pumpin Paul managing to kick out at 2. He's certainly been learning a lot under the learning tree of Big Cuz, but right now it is the young and up-and-comers who are taking it to the champion.
Well, the thing is, I was going to say that, Slippery Pete living up to his name with a beautiful variation of the drop kick. He seems to be learning from the gutter god Killian Bates. So we've got an absolute, back and forth contest on our hands here. Shane, what do you reckon might break it open?
Well, look, I think we've overstated the importance of that size and strength advantage that the champions have, because as we've seen many times throughout the history of pro wrestling, sometimes a smaller opponent will be the Achilles heel for a larger wrestler. And to their credit, Pete and Killian are doing
Wow, famous last words there, Shane. Hero attempted tag team offense, falling and failing, and here comes Big Cuz now. Double clothesline back elbow. Look out, Pete Carter, massive headbutt.
The Cuz is the buzz with heads and elbows going everywhere.
Oh,
but
like a freight train into the corner. Pete managing to get out of the way, very luckily so, but once again the strength advantage coming into play. Oh, big knee. Pete Carter saw that one coming, and now a big boot, and Big Cuz is rocked. Oh, once again, going for a top rope move, caught by his bigger opponent. What are we going to see here from Big Cuz? He's up. No, sliding out the back door. Slippery Pete, as you say. Zali Gold coming to the fore.
A slippery slope, so to speak. And there's that agility of Pete. I am so impressed with how quickly he is coming on. And but hang on, have we got the what is going on here?
Well, we did see a blind tag before. Some canniness from Pumpin Paul Fury, and Pete doesn't realise that the legal man is right behind him. Look out, Pete Carter. There's something pumping right behind you. Are we going to see the driver, the Fury driver? No, Paul Fury. Yes, there it is. The sit-out driver, the Fury driver. Hooks the legs. Champions retain.
Well, it was the power that won through in the end, Matty. But the thing is, Fury, was virtually on, hopping around on one leg, and he still delivered the Fury driver.
Just look at this replay, Zali Gold. We thought that the knee might have given away from Paul Fury there, but he manages to send him down with the Fury driver, and the champions retain here at SLAMBOREE. Don't go anywhere, wrestling fans. We've got another massive match lined up for you. We saw one half of the big grudge match at Mayhem Mania earlier, and now Mitch Waterman is here in action live as he goes up against the Hain plane, Matty Hain.
Who is Matty Hain daring me to bring my best into the ring? Mate, if I bring my best into the ring, the match is going to be over within a minute. You got to understand there's levels to this game, and I will beat you eating a sandwich, kid. If you mention my name again, the sentence better end in sir, or else I'm going to beat some respect into you.
Well, here comes the Hain.
He's ready to take off. Here he comes. And wow, talk about flying. That's what he does.
The master of the suplex of Mayhem Pro, ready for one-on-one action. He is fiery, he is high impact. He knows how to throw his opponents around the ring. But this is arguably the biggest challenge of Matty Hain's entire career as he's up against one of Australia's greatest professional wrestlers.
Well, absolutely. Blood in the water. Matty Hain is going to have to dig on every micro speck of his experience in this business to match it against Mitch Waterman. But he works hard. He keeps rising. He keeps flying. Could it be his night? Anything is possible at Mayhem Pro.
And here he is, Mitch Waterman, the man who we saw reunite in controversial circumstances at Bad to the Bone with his mentor, George Hitman Julio, and the man who will be facing the Musketeer in the grudge match of the year in a matter of weeks at Mayhem Mania 3. He looks to be, enjoying taking time talking trash to the crowd. Can't help but wonder in this early stage, here's only gold if Mitch Waterman is perhaps looking past the Hain plane.
Well, that could be the case, and if that is the case, that is a mistake. You've got one, it's the oldest adage in football is 1 week at a time. Well, it's pretty much the same in professional wrestling. One opponent at a time, one match at a time.
Love him or hate him, he is one of the most accomplished and highly skilled professional wrestlers in all of Australia. He finds gold wherever he goes, but Zali, it's been quite a while since we've seen Mitch Waterman here in a Mayhem Pro ring in one-on-one action. He's certainly looking to Mayhem Mania, looking to end this feud with the Musketeer, but it's going to be interesting to see just what kind of ring condition Mitch Waterman is. It has been quite a while since he's been here in Mayhem in the ring.
That is the thing, but whatever he is, and as you say, we might not agree or approve of his approach to these things, but his physique, his knowledge, his in-ring work, you've got to give it to him. So this is going to be very, very interesting. Will he get the physical and psychological boost he wants before that huge Mayhem Mania?
Some similarities here for Mitch Waterman and Matty Hain. Shane Hero, in some regards, it'd be like looking into a mirror of his younger self for Mitch Waterman. A lot to like in Matty Hain and a lot that I can recall seeing of Mitch Waterman in his younger days.
It's a very great observation. I completely agree. Having seen Mitch Waterman when he was a lot younger, I definitely can see a lot of that in Hain. And look, we know that with Mayhem Mania around the corner, obviously, Waterman thinks that this is going to be a great warm-up match. But for someone like a Matty Hain, just think what that could do for his career, knocking off a wrestler with the reputation of Waterman in the lead-up to such a huge show.
It would be a huge victory for the Hain plane, but I think it wouldn't be, as Zali Gold mentioned earlier, not in the best interests of Mitch Waterman to be looking past Matty Hain. I don't think Mitch Waterman should consider the Hain plane as just simply a warm-up, because Matty Hain has fought some fantastic competitors here in Mayhem Pro, and as we've seen many times, he is super proficient, especially with those suplexes, as we see an arm drag there, and Matty Hain giving a little bit of sass back to Mitch Waterman, getting in his head.
Well, that is it. Matty Hain can do that. If Waterman is thinking this is going to be the proverbial easy night at the office, that's where maybe Matty Hain, even though he doesn't have obviously doesn't have that in-ring experience compared to Waterman, could just get under his guard and pull off an upset, and he would literally fly up those rankings for a shot at that Mayhem Pro Internet Championship.
That's right, Zali. And look, for someone like a Matty Hain, coming into a match like this, we've seen so many times here in Mayhem where that breakout match can just come from nowhere for someone and they take that next step in their career. This very well could be that night for Matty Hain.
Big shoulder block from Mitch Waterman taking down the Hain plane. It's a bit of a feeling out process happening here between the veteran and the youngster. Big leapfrog, a big drop kick from Matty Hain. Mitch Waterman taking a powder on the outside. I think he's been taken by surprise, Shane.
I think he has too, and I think, as you say, it's that...
Whoa, wait a minute, look out, here comes the Hain plane, going to take off, but Mitch Waterman, the veteran, scattered him. Massive kick to the side of the head, and there's a cutter. Just like that, the veteran seizes control, Zali.
Well, that's the thing. Matty Hain had some altitude on that huge drop kick, was looking to fly higher with the big dive, but that didn't happen, and the tide has turned in favour of the veteran. But the thing is, Matty Hain has everything to gain and nothing to lose by throwing 120% in, and you never know, just something could happen on the night, and he could get the biggest victory of his career against a total veteran. As you say, someone who's probably up there in the top 10 of Australian wrestling at the moment. Bit like they're climbing the charts.
Waterman sending Hain massively into the corner. The bandana even flying off the Hain plane. And isn't Mitch Waterman happy with himself? He's smug, he's arrogant, but I hate to say he often is able to back it up as Matty Hain kicks out at 2.
Well, the only chart that I think Matty Hain might be interested in is the chart that looks at how his back's going.
Look at this, though, Zali goal. Mitch Waterman doing jumping jacks in the ring. He's certainly taking the Hain plane lightly. How disrespectful to one of the hardest working up-and-comers in all of Mayhem Pro.
Absolutely. That is just not on. And it could well cost him. You just never know. But right now, it doesn't look like that is the case with a couple of big knees, you know, that bulk. Waterman's the package. He can move, but he's got a lot of strength, and he can make a snap suplex like that.
A massive suplex onto the king of the suplexes here in Mayhem. Matty Hain kicking out at 2. Shane Hero, this match has probably gone on a little bit longer than I perhaps even expected it. Matty Hain putting up quite a fight, but Mitch Waterman not quite putting him to bed just yet.
That's it. And look, I think I noticed it earlier. When we thought that Matty Hain was maybe getting the best of Waterman, you saw a change in the demeanour of Mitch Waterman very quickly. When he took it up a notch, when he thinks he can take things a little bit easy, he gets cocky. And he always will do that. He is always very confident. But he can't afford to keep making those mistakes. He needs to take...
Oh, look out! Matty Hain with the roll through. Mitch Waterman managing to kick out. He took him by surprise there.
He did once
Matty
again.
Hain. Oh, looked like he was going to go for one of his German suplexes. Sleepley taking down Matty Hain. Mitch Waterman turns it around just like that. Hooks the leg. Referee Button's only getting the 2 count out there. Mitch Waterman looking to lock this down as he gets a side headlock cinched in, looking to put Matty Hain to sleep.
Well, it's a chin lock that's close to the sleeper hold, but I think he's got the right idea, grounding Matty Hain. Don't let him take off, just wear him down. But Matty Hain getting up to his feet, he is fighting with everything I have ever seen him fight with and more.
That is because he knows, he appreciates the opportunity as he jacks the jaw of Mitch Waterman. Matty Hain wants to get this scalp. He wants to head into Mayhem Mania 3 with a massive W in his column. And my goodness, what a mood killer this would be for Mitch Waterman if he was to suffer an upset loss against the Hain plane as he goes into his grudge match at Mayhem Mania. And oh, big drop kick taking down Matty Hain. Just when you think Matty's getting some momentum built up, Mitch Waterman manages to turn it right around, Shane.
He does, but look, I think... Whoa!
Oh, he goes to the moonsault, but Matty Hain getting the knees up. Impressive with a pump kick now. Matty Hain giving it everything he's got. And look out! Oh my goodness! What a suplex, turning Mitch Waterman inside out. Somehow, by instinct, manages to get an elbow under Matty Hain, but look out! Electric chair position, Waterman holding on for dear life. Whoa, what strength from the Hain plane, sending Mitch Waterman over.
That was impressive. We talk about Matty Hain's flying ability, so to speak, but he just showed some strength. He's got both of them down because they've both been thrown now. Right now, they're throwing everything into it, and referee Buttons, they're going with that double count with both competitors on the canvas. Wow, someone's going to have to dig deep or come out with something out of left field to get the W on this one.
Referee Buttons has got the count going. If they get to 10, well, this match is over. But Matty Hain, the first to pull himself up to his feet. We are seeing the fire burn deep here in Matty Hain, Shane Hero.
Well, I think, look, we maybe all are expecting that Waterman might be the one to get the win here tonight. But you know that Waterman is going to be wanting to go into Mayhem Mania looking strong. And I think it might be just as upsetting for him if this is a hard-fought contest where he doesn't get to take things as easily as he'd like.
Oh, and a high knee now from Matty Hain. He's got an answer to every question that Mitch Waterman is putting to him. And oh, a big flying kick into the corner. This might be the opportunity. Are we about to see the Plex here? Oh! drops it. Claymore. Matty Hain on the precipice of victory here. Hooks the leg. Oh, 2.5. Mitch Waterman kicks out, and the match continues. Zali Gold.
That was so close. The Button's hand was coming south and about to meet the canvas. How Waterman kicked out, I don't know. Matty Hain's going to have to dig deeper and deeper. I have to say I'm impressed. He just puts those little 1%ers into his arsenal every time I see him, and they are really working tonight.
Oh, Zali Gold, look out. Here comes the Hain plate about to fly. Turned through the middle rope. Matty Hain taking out Waterman at ringside. And doesn't he love it?
He could be on the precipice of a huge upset, the biggest win of his career as he gets Waterman back in. This is good work from Matty Hain. He's not wasting any time. Shane, could it be?
Oh, attempt at the H-bomb, but Mitch Waterman manages to get out of it. Oh my goodness, what a clubbing blow. I think he's just about knocked out Matty Hain there. Hooks the leg and no, kick out at 2 once again. This match isn't over. Matty Hain lives on.
That is guts and determination if ever I have seen it, because that, as you say, that was a massive blow with so much force behind it. And our Mayhem Maniacs have summed it up beautifully. This is awesome. Yes, it is indeed. That is absolutely amazing.
Oh, went
look
for
at
the
this.
super kick, but Matty Hain saw it coming and gets him up. Buckle bomb into the corner. Off the rope, head of steam, and a massive clothesline. Matty Hain hooks the leg. Oh, Waterman kicking out at 2. The crowd were chanting, this is awesome, but I've got to say, that is just about right. Mitch Waterman had no idea what he was in for tonight. Matty Hain with the fight of his life, and he's now up on the top rope. Look out, Mitch Waterman, the play. Oh my God! The splash, but blocked with the super kick. Waterman calling for it to be over. Execution kick. Matty Hain is down. Matty Hain. He is out.
Wow.
Mitch Waterman pulling out the victory here tonight on the road to Mayhem Mania, but not without an impressive, valiant fight from Matty Hain, a career-defining performance from the Hain plane here tonight at SLAMBOREE, Zali Gold.
Absolutely, positively, dare I say that was Matty Hain, a 24-carat performance, by far the biggest match of his career, and he rose to the occasion, but Mitch Waterman just seemed to have something from that experience. He pulled it out of his proverbial back pocket and came up with a victory, but I am damn impressed. The thing is, I don't think that's the convincing victory Waterman would have wanted going into that huge grudge match at Mayhem Mania. Hang on a second, like we might not be clear of all the action.
Look out, Zali Gold. Mitch Waterman purposely hanging around. Are we potentially seeing a sign of respect? Well, Mitch Waterman holding out his hand, but I would be cautious if I was the Hain plane. The crowd certainly are leery, but look out, here's the Musketeer now. Mayhem Mania is early. The Musketeer facing off with Mitch Waterman.
Absolutely a preview of what you are going to see at Bacchus Marsh in just a few weeks. Some verbal jousting there from Waterman and Musketeer, and it's going to get very, very physical in, as I say, in just a few weeks. Wow, the intensity. Musketeer and Hain left in the ring.
The Musketeer the Musketeer inviting Mitch Waterman back in the ring, but Mitch Waterman wants no part of it. Two of the best young bright stars here in Mayhem Pro standing side by side. Matty Hain getting the round of applause he so truly deserves after that career-defining performance against Mitch Waterman.
Well, naturally, Matty Hain will be disappointed he didn't get the W, but I tell you what, if he can't take so much from that match to rocket him up the charts into championship contention, well, I don't know what he's got to do. I am damn impressed, 25-carat impressed with Matty Hain's performance.
This is the King of Colac Championship belt, and it represents people like JXT and Sketch. But more importantly, it represents the old, disgusting Colac. And you want to know what I think of the old Kolak? I think it was trash. And the new Kolak is shiny and beautiful, and it's finally relevant again. So, oh, how fitting. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the new and improved Mayhem Pro Kolak Championship.
But I tell you, two people I'm not impressed with, and they're about to. Very soon we're going to see them. I'm certainly always impressed to see this man.
The king of Kolak, the long-time Mayhem Pro Kolak champion. He's out for revenge tonight. It was weeks ago, back in Kolak, that we saw Sketch deceived by his former friends, the Physicals. But it was a bad to the bone that we saw these two men, the franchise, JXT, and the metal outlaw Kayno, true friends of Sketch, come to his side.
Well, absolutely. Sketch. Matty, there was a saying, know your mates. Well, now Sketch has found out who his mates really are. But I tell you what, you might have to hold me back, because what the two of the people are about to come out and who they've associated with, just I'm still having to take deep breath.
And their opponents.
New music, new attitude for the Physicals, who have been led astray by the golden child Nate Hunter, the newly dubbed Bad Boy Express. I was disgusted by the actions at Kolak at the Physicals. I was equally astounded at Bad to the Bone to see JXT coming to the aid of Sketch, considering their history. But right and good will always prevail. And tonight, I'm sure we're going to see justice served as Sketch, the franchise, and the Metal Outlaw finally get their hands on this Bad Boy Express.
Well, finally is the word.
Frankly, we've long knew that gold was in the sights and in the future for the golden child Nate Hunter. I guess we shouldn't have been surprised that he finally attained gold in such nefarious circumstances, but Zali, I'm still absolutely boggled by the Physicals turncoating against Sketch to side with the golden child.
Well, absolutely. I am still fuming, so to speak, at the Physicals. They're on the wrong express. And I really have to say it, as someone who's kind of interested in gold myself, I respect that Nate Hunter has a championship, but he's no golden child. Perhaps to me, he's a bit fool's gold, I don't know. But I'm in their attitude, absolutely. But, wow, as I say, still in shock and disbelief, and I just don't understand it. Shane, what do you see as this possible motivation for Jets and Castle joining forces with someone like Nate Hunter? I just can't get it.
Neither do I, Zali. Look, we thought they were such honourable, decent human beings, and to betray their friend Sketch the way that they did, to team up with a person of like Nate Hunter of all people, it's so disappointing on so many levels.
Equally, Shane, it's exceptionally surprising that we saw firsthand at Bad to the Bone here in the Relentless Gym. We saw JXT coming to the aid of Sketch. An astonishing circumstance considering their history.
It really speaks volumes of just how upsetting the actions of the physicals are. To have seen former Colac enemies almost, JXT and Sketch, teaming up.
I never thought I'd see the day, JXT tagging out to the high-flying Sketch, but here we are at Mayhem Pro SLAMBOREE. We're on the road to Mayhem Mania, and Sketch, large and in charge, sending over Thunderbolt Johnny Jets, finally after months getting his hands on the physicals.
Well, this is what he's waited for. Beautiful agility there from Sketch, and
whoa, what a beautiful, beautiful move. Only good for two, and look out, the Bad Boy Express, all in the ring like a pack of wolves on the high-flying Sketch. Shades of Colac carnage once more, but look out, here comes the franchise.
And here comes
more chili spear from Kayno.
The middle is hot, is molten hot, and things are broken down in a very, very rapid hurry here at Relentless Gym in Melton.
You've really got to wonder if when the physicals did what they did to Sketch, if they had any clue that he would be teaming with the likes of JXT and Kayno to take them on, maybe that would have changed their decision. Maybe they would not have done what they did to Sketch if they knew that they would have to face the likes of JXT.
Whoa, wait a minute here, Shade Hero. Are we about to see some high-flying in stereo? High-flying Sketch and high-flying J-Stick.
They've got to be really questioning their decisions right about now.
Absolutely questioning it. And talk about high flying. I mean, I think we'd better just let Marine know that they were not planes. That was Sketch and JXT here at Mayhem Pro.
Sketch hooks the leg, kick out at two once again by Johnny Jets. And here comes the Metal Outlaw, the man from Orangutan, Kayno. He is looking in astonishing condition since returning from that devastating ankle injury. He had a fantastic showing at the Relentless Rumble, and he is looking like $1 million, Shane Hero.
He is looking absolutely incredible. And again, you've really got to question whether the physicals would have intended to be facing off against Kayno.
Look out, Kayno lining up. Is he going to go for the more chilling spear again? No! Legs pulled out from under him by Jimmy Castle and Nate Hunter.
I just can't believe this change in attitude. The only possible thing I can think of, maybe they thought, oh, Nate Hunter's got the gold now. They lost their tag team championships. Maybe they want to hang around, the belts. That's the only thing I can think of. I just do not get it, and it's just despicable.
Nate Hunter, the Colac champion, now going to work on the Metal Outlaw. Biting into the head of Kayno. Appalling scenes. Referee Sam ensuring it gets broken up, but the champion is large and in charge right now.
Nate Hunter, just unbelievable. I mean, this is what the physicals are now associating with. Bad Boy Express. Well, I suppose they're bad, but as far as I'm concerned, someone had better slow down this Express damn quickly.
Well, here comes the not-so-fantastic, in my mind, Jimmy Castle going to work on the Metal Outlaw in the corner, and geez, that looked like it took it out of him a little bit there. He's got a hard sconce just like TJ Wylde does Kayno, and he's giving up a lot of kegs to the Metal Outlaw is Jimmy Castle, and oh, look out! Nate Hunter on the outside while the physicals distract the ref. Appalling scenes here. And now using the top rope for extra leverage. Referee Sam pulling him off. JXT having none of it on the outside as we see Sketch valiantly trying to compose himself and get some recovery in on the floor, but right now it's looking like a 3-on-1 mugging of the Metal Outlaw, Shane.
It is, and look, maybe the answer lies in the fact that the physicals, we know that they are scholars of the game, so to speak. They study the history of wrestling. You can see it in their moveset, you can see it in their attire. They study the old school wrestling. Maybe they've been taking a few lessons from the wrong kinds of people.
I think it's been the wrong express. They've gone from the rock and roll express to the midnight express, dare I say, and I don't like it one bit. As Sketch pulls himself up to the outside. He's limping, but he wants to get back in amongst this. He can see his friend, his tag partner, Kayno, needs the help. And right now, once again, like a pack of dogs, the physicals. Big back elbow from Nate Hunter. Kayno in a lot of trouble, center of the ring. Lateral press for the cover. Kicks out at 2. But right now, this is all Bad Boy Express, Sally Gold.
Well, that's the thing. They've got Kayno trapped in the wrong, well, we'll say the wrong part of Victoria, so to speak. He's far away from home at the moment, and he desperately needs to get across to make the tag to the J-stick. And but right now, well, talk about cutting the ring in half. They've cut it down to about an 1/8 or something. And, you know, trapping him in the corner. Quick tags. I grit my teeth, but I will hand it to the Bad Boy Express. They're doing 6-person tag wrestling to a textbook tee.
Oh! Kayno reverses the double suplex attempt into a suplex of his own, sending both Johnny Jets and Jimmy Castle flying. Nate Hunter making his way back into the fray. Kayno desperately trying to reach the J-stick.
Oh.
And here he comes, yes! Here comes the franchise! The J-stick is in, and down goes Castle and Jets. J-stick, it's all about the franchise.
The franchise on fire.
Wait a minute! Double choke slam from JXT! Incredible!
Absolutely, he had the physicals up high, and I just want to give credit. Kayno, since that injury, worked so hard on his physique and his gas tank, and that's what got him through that beating. I am impressed that he could even be remotely, well, breathing almost, and now it's JXT up, taking down both physicals.
Massive splash! And speaking of high flying, here comes Sketch. He's back in the fray. Are we going to see that moonsault maybe? Chain Hero, I can't help but wonder though. He was favouring the leg. Is he going to be able to get up and over? Yes, he is!
There's your answer.
Taking out all 3 members of the Bad Boy Express is the high-flying Sketch.
Who's bad now? They're not as bad as they were.
Oh, and finally getting his hands on Nate Hunter. Massive chop from JXT. Whoa, Cactus Jack style to the outside. But look out, the legal man is Kayno. Double more chili spear.
That's some pretty hot damn chili, hot damn tamales as they say. And well, Hunter and Sketch on the outside.
Wait a minute.
Hang on a second.
What the hell is Roderick Matthews doing here? Oh my God, laying out JXT with the belt. There goes Kayno. What the hell is the degenerate doing?
I have no idea, maybe.
Wow, Sketch sent into the ring post by the Golden Child, and right now it is a falling Kayno. 1-on-2 with the physicals. Castle goes to the cover. The Bad Boy Express get the win, but what the hell is the degenerate Roderick Matthews doing? JXT, no idea what's just gone down. Everyone here in absolute shock. Have the Bad Boy Express as they throw up the 4 fingers, acquired themselves a new member. The degenerate Roderick Matthews making his impact felt here at SLAMBOREE.
In case you don't know, my name is Cousin Ali. This is Pumpin Fury. We are your Mayhem Pro Tag Team Champions. The biggest, the baddest. Now the physicals, they've had a bit of a change of heart. We don't fear change of heart. Like I said, we're the biggest, we're the baddest. Tell them, Paul.
August 15th at Bacchus Marsh, Mayhem Mania, physicals. We walk into Bacchus Marsh with these titles and we're walking out. You guys think you can beat us? We know we can beat you.
And it's just that easy, baby.
Do you want to be a pro wrestler?
I think this is our magic kill. He has her up again, once again.
Then sign up now to the Relentless School of Pro Wrestling. All you have to do to start your journey is sign up now to be Relentless.
Welcome back, Mayhem Maniacs. We've got an action-packed night of action still lined up for you. Straight out of Werribee South, it's JaRell leading things off in a massive Mayhem Mosh Pit match.
Well, it's going to be a big pit, and we love these becoming a huge, almost just like an absolute staple of Mayhem Pro, and so many great competitors in this one. I can't wait to see who's next.
The Mayhem Mosh Pit's always a great opportunity to see fresh faces, new names to the scene, and we are getting that just now. Look at the vivaciousness of this guy. You're kidding me. From North Carolina, the real MVP. Jeez, Deezy is certainly not short of confidence.
Jeezy for Deezy is all I can say.
Mylo already making a bit of a reputation for himself on social media. Somewhat entertaining content. A beautiful point cook. I'm not sure that I've heard point cook described as beautiful all that often.
Yeah, well look, I think it's in the travel guide somewhere, just not exactly sure.
And talk about high intensity right here. Mysterious, ominous, and yes, certainly unhinged. Omar Al Majoon. Oh, look out now. I've heard this music once or twice, Darley Gold. A bit of colour for the night. Skittles, Sam Huxley.
He flies in the sky, this man. I've seen him around the wrestling scene a lot, and wow. I'd love to see him and Matty Hain in the same ring together.
He is ready to make his mark tonight. He's a high flyer. Keep your eyes to the skies when Sam Huxley's around. Super exciting competitor. What a mayhem mosh pit we have lined up for you tonight.
And there's one more.
Oh, the Big Bear. Dare I say, maybe the favourite in this thing. They love the Kodiak here in Melton, that's for sure. Rocketing up the charts here in Mayhem Pro, making quite a name for himself is the Kodiak, Bruno. Some fantastic outings in the ring over recent months here in Mayhem Pro, even picking up some fantastic victories, but this presents a unique challenge for the Kodiak tonight. It is, whoa, Bruno, like a house on fire, taking the big man JaRell straight to the outside, and suddenly Gold, this has descended into a brawl immediately.
Well, as you might expect with 6 fiery competitors in the ring, and Bruno, he's just, as you say, rising up the ranks at Mayhem, but also in the whole wrestling scene, and he seems to have this ability to capture the fans at Mayhem, or wherever he goes, he connects.
Oh, look out here. Skittles, Tope through the middle rope. We see that high flying we were talking about. Oh, my goodness, unhinged indeed. Flying cross body from the apron to the floor, and Shane Hero, this match is already out of control, and look out, the Kodiak is the last bear standing. I wouldn't want to be at ringside right now, Shane.
Oh no.
Here he comes, Big Bear, gonna fly!
Well, when I did year 10 biology, bears did not fly. I think they're gonna have to rewrite the textbooks after that. My goodness, this man is amazing. Dare I say this bear too.
For a man weighing in at 110 kgs, he is a fantastically agile and deceptively high-flying competitor, and Bruno has been making his mark, and right now trying to do just that on JaRell. And Shane, you know as well as anyone, they breed him tough at Werribee South, but
absolutely right.
Skittles goes down, Omar goes down. It's all JaRell.
Look at JaRell. Look, as you say, they bred him tough there in Werribee South, and he's about to show Bruno. Whoa,
Bruno with the world's strongest slam, sending JaRell down. Oh, but the pinfall managed to be broken up by Mylo, and what a character he is. Some fantastic, interesting, insightful, engaging content getting out on the socials there. We've learned a lot about Mylo in recent weeks, and now we're getting to see him in action here at SLAMBOREE as he drops the Kodiak down. Most impressive, Zarly Gold.
Well, absolutely. A choked SLAMBOREE, you might say, by Mylo.
I see what you did there. Look out. Skittles breaking it up there.
He's going to need more energy, Mylo energy in the pin, so to speak, if he wants to keep the big bear down. But right now it's...
Oh my goodness! Inverted suplex, drop onto the knee, and that is just going to completely take Skittles out of the equation. Beautiful bridge. Look at the arch. Oh, but Kodiak Bruno managing to break it up just in time. What a suplex there from Mylo Marenko.
Oh, look, Mylo spends his weeks building things, and he spends his Friday night destroying things.
Oh, look out. Here's Deezy now, the self-described real MVP. Seaford by way of North Carolina. No, I can't do it as well as you did, Shane Hero.
I appreciate it.
He clearly is not lacking in confidence, likening himself to the 90s era Chicago Bulls and one Michael Jordan. A double leg drop, and wait a minute, a double pin, but there's Omar breaking it up. Everyone seems to be wanting to take out the Kodiak.
Well, that's the thing. They see him as a big threat and want to take the biggest threat out, which makes kind of sense. But the thing is that you can't have one person doing it to 5 others. It needs to be the other way around. 5 people perhaps taking it onto Kodiak.
I don't know, Zali. You said you can't have one person taking everyone out. I think Omar is doing that right now. He's taking out all his
showing
opponents.
from Omar. And now biting into the head of Bruno. Goodness gracious. That's one way to try and make a mark here. But Omar is... Oh, look out. JaRell is right behind him.
That Werribee South Arm hits with a sidewalk slam.
Massive sidewalk slam, laying out Omar, but look out, Mylo taking out the leg. Big tree fall hard. Here comes Deezy off the ropes. Oh, big high running knee. This might be the end of the road here for JaRell. Cover, no, wait a minute. Pulls him off. Mylo wanting the first pin. No, now Deezy pushing him off, and a little bit of terse words now between the two. Whoa! Massive cutter! Deezy dropping Mylo. We thought we saw a brief moment of teamwork. Oh, and there's the backstabber now. Oh my goodness, now Mylo went on it. It's hard to keep up with all this action, Zali.
Well, that's the thing. No friends in a match like this. And
massive destroyer! Massive destroyer!
Mylo's inexperience costing him there. And,
the Olympic slam now. Jeez, Zali Gold, that's just non-stop.
It's non-stop, but someone who wants to cut through because he just can't bear it is the Kodiak.
Bruno sends down JaRell, hooks the leg. That might be it. And it is. The Kodiak getting the job done. Bruno, the last bear standing in this Mayhem mosh pit. Bruno calls that the deforestation. That's that power slam. It held him well tonight, and Bruno continues his absolute tear that he finds himself on here in Mayhem Pro. What will the rest of 2026 look like for the Kodiak?
I think like the baby bear's porridge, it could be just right. There was no pause in the action on that match with 6 amazing competitors just non-stop, faster than non-stop if there is such a thing. But it's the Bruno the Kodiak who is just on a rapid rise here at Mayhem Pro. Let's get it back up to Shane Hero.
Well, he's managed to drag himself away from the tables of Crown Casino. The gambler, Ben Barnett, is here in Melton, and as always, he's backing himself in.
Well, he does do that, I'll give you that, but the last time we saw him here at Melton, I don't know how he backed himself to stand up again after that brutal match.
It was the casino brawl against Johari. An absolutely astonishing match. And since then, Ben Barnett has been out to maintain himself at the top of the pecking order. He's not Shane Hero's favourite competitor, but Ben Barnett has got his work cut out for him tonight. A familiar face who we're seeing in one-on-one action for the first time in quite a while. It's Tommy A, baby!
The bro is back, and he's willing to take on the odds against an opponent who, well, look, regardless of what we or Shane might think of Ben Barnett, has proven himself to be able to, well, pretty much beat all the odds. What will the bro do?
We saw Tommy 8 months ago against JXT in the rugby versus footy match. is nothing if not charismatic. I certainly can't bust out a dance move like the Mayhem Pro, but don't they love him here at the Relentless Gym? That's where we come to you from this evening. Oh, okay. Tommy A adulating in the crowd's
approval.
here. Goodness gracious. This is
Settle yourself, Matty.
This is Mayhem Pro SLAMBOREE, and right now it is the Mayhem Pro Tommy A going up against the Gambler Ben Barnett. A fascinating matchup. Similar compositions with the Gambler and the Mayhem Pro. It's not often that Ben Barnett finds someone that pushes up towards him in terms of the height, but Tommy A is no slouch, Shane Hero. What a one-on-one contest this is going to be.
This is going to be a very great contest between these two. Again, pretty evenly matched on paper, so I'll be very interested to see the outcome.
Well, that's the thing. Also, equal match on experience. As you say, the height. They've both got the build. Wow. I'm not sure who's going to pull this one out, but I just want to say, Matty, when it comes to the dance moves, I got kicked out of the Peter Garrett Dance Academy in the 1980s, so I couldn't match Tommy A's moves either.
Well, they didn't even let me in to begin with, so you're one up on these, Harley Gold, and I don't think you could pay me enough money to watch Shane Hero bust a move or two. Up to the ring, referee Buttons has got the control of this match. The bell's been rung as these two young guns circle each other and lock up. It's been quite a while since we've seen Tommy A in one-on-one action in a Mayhem Pro ring. It'll be interesting to see if there's any ring rust or whether he just hops back on like riding a bicycle, whereas Ben Barnett has been in very frequent action. We've seen him here in Melton, we've seen him in Colac, we've seen him in Bacchus Marsh. He certainly has got no ring rust on him. It'll be interesting to see how that dynamic plays out. Shane Hero, how do you see this playing out with the Bro versus the Gambler?
Well, look, I suppose it depends on, has the Gambler placed a bet on this match at all?
Well, geez, I wouldn't put it past him. Zali, have you seen any untoward action happening backstage prior to this match from Ben Barnett?
I haven't seen any untoward action on the gambling front. I don't think it's a case of, look out, here comes the gambling bug. But right now, the thing that Ben Barnett has to worry about is the skill of Tommy A. I don't think he's missing a beat at all.
He's looking very good, is Tommy A. We've seen him in tag action over many years as half of High Country, but he is a very well-versed and proficient singles competitor as well. Ben Barnett would be wise to not be looking past Tommy A to any future matchups, including at Mayhem Mania 3, coming to you from Bacchus Marsh in a matter of weeks. The granddaddy of them all, Mayhem Pro's biggest show of the year. Be interesting to see how these two position themselves as we go into that massive night.
Well, absolutely. Keep your eye on the Mayhem Pro socials to find out all the information on what's going on and where these two might end up. And right now, well, it was Barnett who perhaps beat Tommy A to the dance, and our Mayhem Maniacs right behind Tommy A.
The Tommy A chant from the crowd, and Tommy A is all about that. Ben Barnett doesn't quite know what to make of the gyrations for the Mayhem Pro as he finds himself now in the reverse position, and it doesn't quite have the same effect, I would dare say.
Stick to the gambling tables, Benny.
He's going round and round like a roulette table there. A moment of close contact, and come on, guys, there's kids in the audience.
Well, they were just turning the beat around, as that song used to say. But right now, they're getting back to the action.
Oh, there we go. Arm drag shades. Erika the Dragon Steamboat into a hip toss. Tommy A clicking into gear now. Ducks the clothesline, sends Barnett into the ropes. Roll through into a pinning position here. No, Barnett managed to get out of it. Oh, Tommy A up and about with the big kick to the Gambler. And there's the standing splash. Tommy A, lateral press. Ben Barnett kick out at 2, Shane.
I am at a loss for words.
Well, look, a few of our audience members just swooning, and I think our first aid crew are just coming to attend to them after those gyrations from Tommy. But Tommy A, in terms of gyrating the ring, there's some beautiful agility and power as well. He hasn't missed a beat on the floor or in the ring.
100% right, Zali Gold, and as we find ourselves perched on the second rope, Tommy A laying into the Gambler, Ben Barnett. There we go, and Tommy A busting out the dance again. He is loving being back in the Mayhem Pro ring. Hopefully not the last we see of Tommy A for quite some time.
Yeah, too big a break between, dancers, so to speak, and some higher altitude gyration there. But Barnett, reaching into his bag of tricks, so to speak, has taken control, Matty.
Ben Barnett sending Tommy A head first into the top turnbuckle. His time now, according to the gambler, Ben Barnett. That is an attitude we have seen manifesting over many months here now. Like you touched on, Zali Gold, we saw it come to a head at the Casino Brawl match. Oh, Barnett going for the cover. Tommy A kicking out at 1. What a match that was, the Casino Brawl. Absolutely wild scenes here at Mayhem Pro New Wave. But right now, this is Mayhem Pro SLAMBOREE, and Ben Barnett sending the Mayhem Pro to the outside. And, well, the crowd aren't going to be buying into that as much as they would Tommy A, as Ben Barnett rolling the dice, insisting that referee Buttons commence the count, perhaps.
Well, the thing is, Button's about to do that, not taking no nonsense from the gambler. But whether it's New Wave, whether it's any of our Mayhem Manias, also check out all of our shows on YouTube. And that is definitely an odds-on victory, whichever one you pick to watch. Right now, though, it's Tommy A making his way back into the ring, but Gambler is there to meet him.
Oh, and Tommy A with a blow to the chest. He might be big, but he's agile. Over the top rope, through to a pin attempt. Barnett saw it coming, looked like he was perhaps going for the Fremont Street Slam. Down he goes. Barnett drops him down, the strength and the power of the gambler. But Tommy A has a lot more fight left in him, Shane.
It's been an incredibly close contest so far. And in the lead up to Mayhem Mania, I happen to know there are some huge matches that we're going to be seeing, one of which I'll be announcing shortly.
Oh, you're not going to give us a spoiler? Spill the beans,
but
Shane Hero.
Both of these men will be vying to get in contention for this match, and I can tell you, both of them really want to win this match because it will position them well going into Mayhem Mania with the opportunities that are on the line.
Well, stay tuned, Mayhem Maniacs, coming up later here on SLAMBOREE. Shane Hero with a massive monumental announcement for Mayhem Mania. But as it stands right now, referee Buttons, well, they are getting very, very close to that 10 as the crowd try to will the Mayhem Pro back into the ring. Barnett is willing Buttons on it. No, here we go. Tommy A slides back. Ben Barnett, none the wiser.
Barnett thinks he's won it, but no, the book hasn't closed on this one yet. And Buttons explaining that to him. Barnett cannot believe Tommy A is back in the ring, and that is just pure instinct, intuition, and fumes from Tommy A.
The crowd rallying behind the Mayhem Pro as Ben Barnett loading up. Here he comes. Massive clothesline in the corner. Goes back for a second go, just for good measure. Calling for the third. Winding up. Here comes the gambler, and Tommy A barely manages to get out of the way. Pure instinct there by the Mayhem Pro.
But great recovery. And look at him now with the elbows, the boots. You're putting everything in there. Big double kick away. What's he got in mind now?
Look out. Massive clothesline coming out of the corner. A full head of steam has Tommy A. Ducks the clothesline attempt. Kick to the gut. Tommy A looking like he's going to get him up for a suplex. And down goes the gambler. Tommy A, he's feeling it.
He's feeling it. He's got that bro energy. He's tapping into our Mayhem Maniacs.
Whoa.
And he's going up high for some high gyrations, perhaps.
He might be looking for the after grog frog, as he calls it. The big frog splash. Goes for it, but no, the after grog frog is no good.
It's got a bad hangover, so to speak. Barnett coming up from behind. Oh no, this does not look good.
Trying to get him up. He does, but Tommy A manages to flip out the back. Oh, the super kick. He calls that the conversion. And he's got him up in a fireman's carry. This might be just about it. Wait a minute, Barnett fighting his way out. drops down. Very agile there from the Gambler. And wait a minute, using the ropes for leverage. Ben Barnett steals it.
What a cheap victory. Just a few tokens to pay for that.
A valiant effort from the Mayhem Pro. But Ben Barnett stealing the victory here at SLAMBOREE. And, well, Shane Hero, he always is impartial, but even I can tell Zali Gold he's none too pleased with this outcome as Ben Barnett taking in the victory.
Some looks exchanged between the Gambler and our colleague at the desk. Be careful, Shane. You might end up with the short odds, but a very cheap victory for Ben Barnett there. And yeah, that's not how you do it. And the bro will, he might be shuffling rather than dancing.
As Ben Barnett makes his way to the back, taking in the jeers of the crowd.
This one is gonna get wild because I am relentless.
I've been so close before. This is my chance.
I need this because this is gonna take me to that level that I've never been to at Mayhem Pro and win something I've never held.
You chumps all want it, but I call shotgun.
Well, it looks like everyone else is all in. So what's it gonna be, Matty Hain? Think you can hide your thoughts from me? I can read you like a book. You think I'm a nerd, don't you? You think I'm a scallywag? Nah, I'm a gambler. You're at my table. I'm all into it.
This is what you're playing for. A shot at any Mayhem title, anytime, anywhere. This is the first Mayhem heist. See you all at Mayhem Mania 3. Until then, all bets are off.
Here we go again, right now, let's go, me and you, toe to toe, we can rock, we can roll, here we go again.
Baby, seems we never, ever agree. You like the movies and I like TV. I take things serious and you take them light. I go to bed early and I party all night. Our friends are saying we ain't gonna last, 'cause I move slowly. 2 steps forward, I take 2 steps backwards.
It's time for a
Oh, here we go, Zali Gold. A grudge match for the ages.
Wow, when you said monumental, you ain't whistling Dixie, Matty. A heist is also totally valid. Wow, a contract for a title match anytime, any place. Wow, I cannot wait to see who the lucky six-pack are competing for that.
Keep an eye on Mayhem Pro socials for all those updates, but right now, here is the big rig. Someone for so long beloved by the Mayhem Maniacs turned his back on Erika Reid a matter of months ago. And it was just the last time we were here at the Relentless Gym at Bad to the Bone. Appalling scene. Fox handcuffing Erika Reid. Absolutely appalling scenes. But right now, in our main event, Erika and her good long-time friend Adela Johari finally get their hands on Fox and the champion. I've no idea what to overcome Fox of late. It was terse words he had with Erika Reid in that ring, but frankly, it still just does not make sense to me. Well, and speaking of someone who often doesn't make sense to me, I'm clearly not on a cultural plane as high and transcended as our Mayhem Pro Internet champion. But nonetheless, here he comes.
Here he comes. Well, somehow he knew that last year, 2025, was going to be a foregone conclusion. So he must have transcended something somehow, and I don't want to know how. All I just know is I want it to end. You know, I'm with you on Fox. I'm with you. I don't understand either. You know, so long supportive of Erika Reid, you know, and just the harsh words, as he said, that to me just seem so unjustified. I just do not get it.
Erika Reid has been through so much in the past 18 months, overcoming every obstacle thrown her way, but even she could not have foreshadowed the traitor that is Big Rig Fox. The man who defeated Erika Reid and Jam in a triple threat to win the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship, and it was here at Full Send that we saw the last dance of Lochy Hendricks and Erika Reid, but we will see them hook up tonight in tag action here. The bad blood flows thick and fast in this grudge match for the ages as we await the arrival of the sadistic spirit.
Well, the sadistic spirit won't be too far away, but right now, are you ready to go deep into the dream time, Matty?
Oh, we sure are, and the Mayhem Maniacs here are well and truly ready too. A loud cheer as soon as they heard the opening stanza of Erika Reid's iconic theme music. Here they are! Erika Reid, the matriarch of Mayhem, the protector of the Mayhem Pro locker room, JaRell, long-time friends, out for revenge.
The dream time and the spirit are going to combine against two formidable foes.
Spirit never dies. The dream time lives on. The first time we've seen Erika Reid in action since her recovery from her arm injury that's had her out of action for the past few months. You know that she is going to be ready and raring to finally get her hands on the turncoat that is Big Rig Fox. And JaRell, it was here at Bad to the Bone that he had full intention to extract revenge on behalf of his longtime friend against Fox. But the handcuffs came out, Shane Hero. But tonight, it is tag action, and they finally will get their revenge.
Getting to see them both side by side, JaRell and Erika Reid, it's going to be a sight to behold, that's for sure.
Talking about sights to behold, my goodness, Fox and Lochy Hendricks tagging together. Let's not forget the absolutely insane hardcore match that those two had back last year in Bacchus Marsh. It's astonishing to see them on the same side, but, well, clearly they feel that they've got a common enemy now in our former Mayhem Pro Internet champion, Erika Reid, and it is Erika Reid and Fox starting off this match. You can cut the tension with a knife, and Fox getting in the face of Johari. Erika Reid having none of it.
Well, Erika Reid.
Wait a minute, Zali Gold. What a coward. Don't be a yellow belly. Fox, get in there and take on Erika Reid one-on-one. Instead, it's the champion coming in.
Well, look, I agree with you, a bit of yellow belly, but I was going to say, Erika is still keen to say, hey, if she pins the champion in this tag team match, that's got to boost her stakes. Maybe there could be one more match against Lochy Hendricks. So the thing is, she will have her eyes piercing through both her opponents, and she's got such partnership with Johari.
Shane Hero, where do you think Erika Reid's head is at coming into this match? She's always exuding her ever-present confidence, but as Zali says, surely she must have her attention somewhat split.
I don't know, Matty. I think either way, Erika is going to absolutely enjoy kicking the butt of whoever she is in the ring with tonight. She's certainly looking for revenge against Fox, but there is no love lost between Erika Reid and Lochy Hendricks.
Here we go, the champion locking up with the former champion, center of the ring. Erika Reid has had some astonishing, successful experiences over the last 12 months, a successful tour of Japan, inaugural member of Bailey's Lodestone Camp over in the United States, and Erika Reid is top flight competitor in Australian pro wrestling. And right now, well, she is locking up with the champion who befell her to win that belt that he so long coveted.
Well, that is the thing, but Erika not just on around all the lands on this big island, but all around the lands of all the world, as you say, and now proving it. All that experience, all that training comes in with the energy in those arm drags, Matty.
Oh, beautiful deep arm drags there as she now wrenches the arm of Lochy Hendricks. Astute move from the get-go. Can't do much of a job locking in a chicken wing if your left arm is out of action. Erika Reid has Lochy Hendricks well scouted as Johari making his way in. The sadistic spirit, the roaring Tanawa, the protector of the Mayhem Pro locker room. You know he's just been waiting, Shane Hero, to get in here and defend his longtime friend Erika Reid.
Absolutely he has, and he's doing a fantastic job of it right now as well.
Well, the ring just seeming to just go down further and further with each slam. Third time's, there's the hat trick, and Lochy Hendricks tags out to Fox.
Well, here's the match.
He likes it or not.
Well, here's the matchup that we expected to see back at Bad to the Bone. We're finally now seeing Johari one-on-one with Fox, and here comes another body slam. Johari like a house on fire. He's tearing it up in the ring, finally getting his hands on Fox.
And a big slam, and that is no mean feat because Fox is a big, big man.
A big rig, you might even say. Zali Gold as he gets the back elbow out of the corner onto Johari, rocking the jaw there and gets him up for a body slam of his own. Rocking the ring, goes to the cover. Senior referee Sam Addison, only a 2 count there.
Sam on the spot, but Johari now in, the wrong part of town in terms of that far corner of the ring, and a big blow by Hendricks, and both of them pounding.
2-on-1 in the corner there, as Lochy Hendricks, trying to shush the crowd. I don't think they're going to follow his orders there, but a wicked chop nonetheless, but that has just woken up the sadistic spirit. Oh, look out, Lochy Hendricks. Johari, you've got him going, sends him flying into the corner, and that is a wicked chop. And another one right there, Shane Hero, Johari like a house on fire.
Oh, absolutely he is. And look, we've got to think, it may be that Erika Reid is out to perhaps look for another title shot, but we can't underestimate, Johari is also such a young up-and-comer. Imagine if he were to get the pinfall here tonight.
Johari might be eyeing off that Mayhem Plus ladder match for all we know, Shane Hero. What a massive announcement you gave us just moments ago in the ring. A massive multi-person ladder match where the winner gets a title shot of their choice.
Exactly. What an opportunity that is for whoever walks away with that contract at Mayhem Mania.
Well, it could be that Erika Reid ends up in that six-person match and climbs back up to the top of the Mayhem Mountain. Or it could be someone like Johari who has not been there before. Either way, I cannot wait to find out. Keep your eyes glued, metaphorically speaking, to the Mayhem Pro socials. Hang on.
Oh my goodness, Erika Reid, what a wicked chop, and Lochy Hendricks has just been copping it all match so far. Erika Reid calling for one more. Oh my goodness! Erika Reid absolutely expelling all of the air out of Lochy Hendricks as she sends him once again into the corner. Winds up, massive stinger splash. Locked and loaded, here comes a bulldog! Erika Reid hooks the leg. Oh, just as Fox makes his way in, Lochy Hendricks kicking out at 2.
And now it's Lochy Hendricks in the wrong part of town with Johari and Erika Reid. And my goodness, the tide has turned. Lochy Hendricks, how his chest is still there after some of those chops is just beyond me.
Johari with the cover, hooks the leg. Here comes Fox now to break up the pin. Massive kick right into the spine of Johari there. He felt every inch of that kick, Shane.
That's it. You've got Fox in there coming from behind. He's going to do some damage, and that could turn the tables of the match. Well, turn the tide of the match, just like that.
Well, here he is now, getting the tag in. Big Rig Fox standing tall over Johari. Oh, Johari's in all sorts here. Could barely get himself back to his feet, and Fox choking him with the bandana. Appalling scenes here at SLAMBOREE.
Referee, senior official Sam Anderson right onto it though and taking control, but even 3 seconds with the power of Fox and that bandana is going to take some wind out of Johari no matter how sadistic he might think he is.
Massive suplex from Fox, leveling Johari as he goes. Lateral press. Erika Reid in, breaking it up. Big kick. Breaking up the pin there, Erika Reid. Well, she knows that she was bending the rules a little there, but what's good for Erika, I think, is also what's good for the other side. If they can do it, why not her, Shane?
Fair point, mate, fair point.
Fox using his weight, his bulk, his power on the back of the sadistic spirit, trying to break that spirit. And look
appalling. Appalling from Fox there. The utter disrespect not only to Erika Reid, but to Johari as well. Johari in all sorts right now. Oh, look at this. Holding up Johari's hand as if for the tag. Oh, Johari rolls over. And that is not the impact that Fox wanted to make in this match as he tags out to the champion, Lochy Hendricks. Johari within centimetres of Erika Reid, just not able to get there, Zali.
No, Fox not too foxy after that move backfired. And right now, though, it is Lochy Hendricks who's the fresh man. Johari does need to try to get over to Erika Reid and make the tag.
Oh, Lochy Hendricks just going to work him, meticulously working over Johari, and those repeated pin attempts, Shane Hero, while they might not be getting the win, that takes so much energy and effort out of Johari, it just wears him down.
That's it. It's a strategy sometimes because you may not be getting the pin. You know that. But every time it's going to require so much energy to kick out over and over again. Johari can't allow himself to be pinned and is forced to have to exert that energy.
It's also the psychological side. If the count gets closer and closer to the 3, the anxiety might build up. And right now, though, something that's not building up but running down is Johari's gas tank, particularly after you're smashed into by the big rig.
Fox and Hendricks working well as a team here completely. Oh, disrespect to Erika Reid. But they have cut the ring off, but Johari valiantly fighting back, digging deep here, leaps over. Is he able to reach Erika? No! Yes, he does. Here comes the Dreamtime Voodoo Witch. Wait a minute. Referee Sam Anderson, our senior official, didn't see the tag.
Unfortunately, if you don't see it, you can't call it. Whatever it is, much to the frustration of the Mayhem Maniacs here. And right now, while the frustration of Erika Reid is happening, it's a 2-on-1 gang up on the sadistic spirit, damn it.
Absolutely appalling. And look at the arrogance of Lochy Hendricks. Taking a little rest on the outside there is Fox. Oh, yeah, you're such a little angel, Fox. Yeah, 100%. JaRell is in all sorts right now. He is just desperately trying to claw his way to the tag, but Fox is just all over him. They've got this ring completely cut off.
And I think Fox and Lochy have figured out perhaps the closest we've seen to a weakness for Erika Reid, that being that clearly she cares about JaRell, and when they are inflicting pain and punishment upon him, Erika is being tortured on the outside, unable to do anything about it.
You just know that she's building up a head of steam. If she's able to get into the match, she'll run amok, but that's a good point you raised there, Shane. She might lose a bit of her focus if she's not able to get in sooner rather than later.
Well, that's the thing, that emotion could be wasted. It could drain the gas tank, but it's also if she can get in, because JaRell is in deep, deep bother. Well, hang on, he might have just escaped some of it.
Rolling out of the way, rolling out of the attempted leg drop by the Mayhem Pro Internet Champion. Is this finally the opportunity for JaRell to tag in Erika Reid? He's centimetres, millimetres away. Oh, massive enziguri! This has got to be it. JaRell, reach out.
It's all
reach
or nothing.
out. Make the tag. Oh, Fox manages to get in just in the nick of time. Wait a minute. JaRell kicks him off. Go, JaRell. Yes, here we go. Here comes Erika Reid.
The dream time has just come alive. Big back elbow after back elbow to both her opponents.
Erika Reid is absolutely tearing this ring up. Fox and Lochy Hendricks have no idea what hit them. Double DDT taking out both Fox and Lochy Hendricks, and Erika Reid is challenging all that pent-up aggression, Shane.
Oh, and she very nearly got the pinfall right there as well.
Well, the thing is, Erika Reid might be the dream time, but she nearly made it nightmare time for Hendricks and Fox. And now Fox, bundled out like yesterday's newspaper. And is she looking for that Wiradjuri pile driver? She looks like, no, she's turned it around.
Roll through, manages to reverse the reversal attempt, only good for a 2 count. And there's the stunner! There's the stunner from Erika Reid, and Lochy Hendricks has turned completely inside out.
Inside out, upside down, and diagonal. This could be it.
Going for the cover. Erika, only good for a 1. Hendricks, the champion, kicking out.
I'll have to give it to Hendricks there. I thought he was gone, but he found something. And right now, it is Hendricks on his lonesome as JaRell, after recuperating and refilling the gas tank, he's now going to unload some of his offense on Hendricks.
JaRell getting the champion up, looking for another massive body slam. No, has him into an Oklahoma slam position and sends him down. JaRell, what a big power slam move, hooks the leg, and wait a minute, Fox out of nowhere finds himself back in the ring just in time to break up the pin.
I cannot believe how fast Fox moved there for such a big man. Again, grit the teeth. Credit where credit is due. Now it is JaRell once again on the receiving end of a big 2-on-1 beatdown and a big right from Lochy, Matty.
I can't help but wonder if that was a poor choice of strategy from Erika and JaRell, getting JaRell back into the match as legal member. Wait a minute, Erika. Well, wait a minute, we've got dueling suplexes here. Who's going to be the one that goes over? It is Fox and Lochy Hendricks that are sent over. Erika Reid getting in to help her partner, Shane.
It might not be strictly legal, but I think after everything that Fox and Hendricks have done throughout this match, Sam Addison was willing to just let that one slide.
And I think a good call. That is what the Mayhem Maniacs here in the Relentless Gym, here at SLAMBOREE want to see. They want to see these two teams slug it out, because this is a blood feud that we have just been waiting to boil over. Right now, it is Hendricks and Erika Reid just going at it, brawling onto the outside.
Oh, but Erika Reid backed into the barricade by Hendricks as they, as you say, an absolute brawl, like two wildcats on the outside.
Goodness gracious, but look out. JaRell back in the ring, has got the big rig up. And wait a minute, here comes Hendricks. Roll up. I think he's got the tights. Oh, he did, and that's it. Hendricks and Fox steal the victory in the main event.
Steal a cheap victory.
Erika and JaRell just coming to grips, just coming to the realization of what befell them at the end of that match. And oh, look at the smart-ass Fox over there. Ha ha ha. Wait a minute, is he holding? He is. He's holding some of Johari's hair. Oh my goodness, when did he pull that out? Johari chasing down the big rig out to the locker room.
And
Erika Reid in hot pursuit. And the champion
left in the ring.
Oh, he can barely bring himself to his feet either, but that is our champion. Lochy Hendricks, belt in hand.
Well, he's a champion, but...
Wait a minute, Charlie.
Whoa.
I think we might be just about to get a visit from the number one contender, the winner of the Relentless Rumble. Here's Isaiah, and Lochy Hendricks looks completely taken aback at this confrontation.
Absolutely.
Isaiah asking for the mic. We knew that we were going to hear from Isaiah. I don't think we expected it to be a face-to-face confrontation with the champion, though. Let's hear what the number one contender has to say.
I am out here for one reason. And I'm sure all of these people here tonight have a good guess why. I have come to a decision. At Mayhem Mania, I am challenging you, Lochy Hendricks, for that Mayhem Pro Internet Championship. You know, I'm surprised. I thought you were gonna give your shot to Jab. He doesn't deserve it. You know what's funny about you, Mitch, or Isaiah, should I call you? Everyone says how good you are. Everyone says how you need to be this person. What person are you gonna be? Well, simply, I don't give a damn. Because when you are in the ring with me, you are facing the best in this country. And that isn't me being insecure. That's just straight up fact. You say, they say, everyone says, you're the man to be the future. When I look at you, I frankly see a man without character. August 15th. Either way, you're going to lose. But at least show some character, you pussy.
Whoa! Give me a break! The giant slap from the champion to the number one contender. Wait a minute! Massive takedown, and Isaiah laying into the champion. And he had enough. He could take no more. And Lochy Hendricks cannot get out of that ring quick enough.
Absolutely snatches back his title belt and heading for the high country. And my goodness, the disdain of Hendricks to someone who lasted so long in that Relentless Rumble, who's worked so hard. Oh, that just makes me sick to my stomach.
Lochy! At Mayhem Mania, time's up! All of these people here know your fate is sealed. At Mayhem Mania, I am walking out Mayhem Pro Internet Champion!
everything in the aspirationalist mind is a foregone conclusion. But is a successful title defense at Mayhem Mania 3 a foregone conclusion? Isaiah would have us think otherwise. This year was meant to be the third coming of the cycle, but I would dare say we are seeing the first coming of Isaiah. On behalf of Shane Hero, on behalf of Zali Gold, I'm Matty Huss. We'll see you Mayhem Maniacs Saturday, August 15 for Mayhem Mania 3.
Do you want to be a pro wrestler?
I think this is our magic trick. He has her up again, once again.
Then sign up now to the Relentless School of Pro Wrestling. All you have to do to start your journey is sign up now to be Relentless.